Hello to all of you at the International Day of Prayer. Greetings to you all from Zagreb, Croatia. My name is Corey Schumacher, and I want to say thank you to Hirsch for the invitation just to bring you guys an update today on our ministry here in Croatia and to share some prayer requests. Thank you guys so much for your willingness to pray for our ministry here. So my wife Stephanie and I, we've been serving on staff with Crew for 16 years. Most of that time was at Ball State University, but more recently, in the last 2.5, 3 years, we've been serving here in Zagreb, Croatia with Focus. Focus is the name of Crew here in Croatia. But it kind of started back in 2018 when I was leading at Ball State, and we were looking for a new partnership, and we started partnering with Croatia. And as a part of the beginning of that journey, it became very clear to us that the student ministry in Croatia was in danger. There were only 2 staff serving for the whole country in SLN. And so it was kind of hanging on by a thread. And so the Lord kind of gave us this burden, this vision of, gosh, we don't just want to partner with Croatia, but we want to anchor this partnership that the U.S. has and really see it flourish and succeed, and to be on the other side to help build a movement. And so fast forward to now, that's what we get to do here in Croatia. I serve currently as our national SLN director, and I give leadership to the student ministry in Croatia. We currently just have one team. That team is here in the capital city, Zagreb, where there are 70,000 students at the university. But our team now has 8 of us, 3 Croatians, a couple of international interns, a staff stenter, and my wife and I. So we're excited about, the small growth, but really our vision and dream is to expand the student ministry to 4 key cities in Croatia. And of course, that's Zagreb, but we also want to get to Split on the coast of Dalmatia. We want to be in Rijeka, which is a port city. And then out east, we want to be in Osijek. So we're dreaming of a day where we will have win, build, send movements at critical mass in each of these locations, consisting of about 35 to 40 SLN team members. And those can be international interns, international staff, national staff. But we don't just want to be staffing these key cities. The real vision is that Croatia we would actually be a leader in Europe for mission sending. We want to send to the world. So with that in mind, we would like to invite you guys to be praying for some specific things toward that ultimate vision. The first of which is, would you just be praying that God would raise up more partners to join us in this vision? We currently have Ball State University, the University of Illinois, Cincinnati Metro. We just signed on Pittsburgh Metro, but we're looking to add more partners. We actually just had for spring break, we had 5 teams that came over the course of 3 weeks. 3 of those teams were with Athletes in Action. They're beginning to send. They're partnering with us. But also a church that came is partnering with us. But we also had a Crew team from Miami University in Ohio, and they sent 26 people here on a short-term trip. And so we actually invited them to partner with us as well. So we would love for you to be praying that God would raise up more schools, especially from our cohorts, like Miami, to join in what God is doing. So that's the first big request, is for more partnership schools to join in the work. But secondly, we want to invite you to pray for the summer mission that's coming this summer. It's kind of exciting and unique because we have 26 students signed up and I think 10 staff or so that are coming. This is the first time we're going to actually have one summer mission, but in 2 cities. And they're going to start to help us begin to launch in Rijeka, which is that port city I mentioned before. We desperately want to get to Rijeka. There's like nothing happening there as far as evangelical Protestant missions. So we really want to launch a movement. So they're going to send a team of students, but our goal is, and this is the third thing you can be praying for, is that in 2025, we want to launch our first stint team there. So would you pray that God would raise up a team of total, we'd like to see 10 to 12 international interns for both Zagreb, but also for a team in Rijeka. So would you pray for that? And then also, would you pray for the biggest challenge that's standing in our way right now, which is visa issues? So would you pray that God would open a door for us to actually get visas for international staff? We can get interns here, but there's kind of a breakdown once we start trying to recruit international staff. So we're working on it as a ministry, or consulting with immigration lawyers, but ultimately God has to show up and do something for us to be able to see a flourishing of international staff, which is what we really, really want to work towards. And related to visas, my wife Stephanie and I, if you wouldn't mind praying for us as well. Our visa is expired, and it just limits our mobility and causes some headaches for us here. And so we're working patiently, waiting for that to come through. But it would be really nice if it would actually come through by the end of the month, so I can go to this conference that I'm supposed to be in out of the country. There's so many other things that we could go on and on about, but that's the heart of it, is just praying kind of around that vision, that we would be that we'd see laborers come, that we would have more partnerships, that the summer mission that's coming, as they launch out into a new city, that God would bless them and begin to work in creating new connections there, and just for him to solve this visa problem. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to pray for us. We are honored. It means a lot. And by the way, if any of you want to come see us here in Croatia, we know many of you there at the office in Westfield. Come on over. The water's warm. We'd love to see you in Croatia. Thanks again, everyone. Bye.